Welcome to the Grand Lodge of Puerto Rico. My name is Rafael Bolivar Acosta Rosario and I am the Grand Master. Today I would like to take you on a trip through our Grand Lodge and through Puerto Rico. I hope you enjoy it. Come with me now.
Freemasonry in Puerto Rico was founded in 1885 by the most worshipful brother Don Santiago R. Palmer, born in 1844 in the town of San Germán. It was a difficult time for the island. There was a flood of tyranny, autocracy, and persecution due to Spanish rule. To know more about Masonic history, we have to go back to the beginning of the 1800s, when our brotherhood was being persecuted in a similar manner as in other countries around the world. In those days, there was a curfew in Puerto Rico, where citizens were forced to remain in their homes after 10 p.m. There was no freedom of expression, of press, or religion. Not an ideal time for the establishment of Masonic lodges. Nevertheless, several foreign Grand Lodges undertook the great task of establishing Masonic lodges on the island.
Since 1803, there were lodges from different Grand Lodges in Puerto Rico, from France, from Cuba, from Santo Domingo, from Pennsylvania, and from Spain.
The first lodge we have a record of was the foundation in the town of Mayagüez of the Restauración Lodge in the year 1811, under the auspices of the Grand National Orient of Spain. During the year 1821, the French colony in Puerto Rico gained substantial footing in the southern part of the island. The Grand Orient of Venezuela entered our territory in August of 1863, founding the Lodge Boriquén No. 57. However, we can ascertain that the first solid step in Puerto Rican Freemasonry was given on July 8, 1866, when it was founded in the town of San Germán the Lodge Unión Germana, under the charter of the Grand Lodge of the Santo Domingo Republic. This lodge had the honor and privilege of initiating within its walls the most worshipful brother Don Santiago R. Palmer, the illustrious Dr. Ramón Emeterio Betances, and the illustrious brother Segundo Ruiz Belvis. When the Provincial Lodge of Puerto Rico was founded in October 1884, there were already 14 legitimately constituted lodges operating on the island.
It was in that year that the Grand Lodge of Colón and the island of Cuba granted us the charter to operate as a Grand Lodge. There were 14 original lodges in our Grand Lodge. Of those 14, only 7 remain active today.
Of those first lodges currently working today are Adelphia No. 1 of Mayagüez, Tanamá No. 2 of Arecibo, Estrella de Luquillo No. 5 of San Juan, Aurora No. 7 of Ponce, Unión No. 10 of Guayama, San Juan Bautista No. 12 of San Juan, and Iris de Paz No. 13 in Arroyo. On September 20, 1885, the Grand Lodge of Colón and Islands of Cuba ceded the territory for the foundation of the Grand Sovereign Lodge of Free and Accepted Masons of Puerto Rico on July 12th of the same year.
The first Grand Lodge was founded in the city of Mayagüez, in the western side of the island. Later it moved to San Juan, and it remained in San Juan until the year 1950, when it was moved to this temple where we are at this time. So we're very proud of our heritage, and today we have a total of 70 lodges operating in the island of Puerto Rico and the island of St. Croix. Most worshipful brother Santiago Palmer was our first Grand Master and a great patriot. He was among those that were in prison in the Spanish days in the towers of El Morro. because in those days, Masons were persecuted. But we survived, and today we're very proud of all those great Masons that went through those terrible days so that we could enjoy Masonry today. Just like the fathers of the country of the United States that were Masons, such as George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Jefferson, here in Puerto Rico, our great men were also Masons.
Amongst our illustrious brothers are Eugenio María de Hostos, Federico de Getó, José Celso Barbosa, José de Diego, Luis Muñoz Rivera, Manuel Fernández Juncos, Ramón Emeterio Betances, Santiago Iglesias Pantín, Manuel Seno Gandía, and Rosendo Matienzo Cintrón.
Our Masonic nation has grown quite a bit in Puerto Rico since 1885 when it was founded. We have very active Scottish Rite, York Rite, Shriners, Eastern Star, and Rainbow for Girls.
El rito escocés en Puerto Rico, bajo la jurisdicción sur de los Estados Unidos de América, recibió su carta patente en el año 1903, bajo la presidencia, en aquel entonces, del gran maestro William Lippitt. Luego de varios años se crearon 6 valles en Puerto Rico. En estos momentos existen 7 valles del rito escocés en la isla, y nosotros trabajamos mano a mano con la Gran Logia, con el rito de York, con los Shriners, con la Orden de la Estrella de Oriente y con todos aquellos grupos que trabajan por la masonería por hacer un Puerto Rico mejor.
In the year 1898, the American troops came to Puerto Rico. These troops, many of them were Masons, and in the year 1902 petitioned for a Royal Ark chapter in Puerto Rico, and later on the charter was granted in 1903. In the year 1917, a petition was sent for a commandery of Knight Templars in Puerto Rico. Council of Royal and Select Master was constituted in January 20th, 1907 by the illustrious Grand Master and the illustrious Grand Secretary. The Red Cross of Constantine instituted San Juan Conclave No. 1 in June 3rd, 1977. We also have in Puerto Rico 3 companions who are members of Massachusetts Priory No. 52, and they have the honor of holding the KYCH, Knight York Cross of Honor distinction. I hope this has given you a brief summary of the York Rite bodies in Puerto Rico.
On May 1957, we received a dispensation from the Temple Abu Saad from Panama to establish a shrine club in Puerto Rico. After 58 years of being a shrine club in Puerto Rico, the nobles of Puerto Rico, we made a petition to the Shriner of North America to establish our new temple. The name that we chose was Arrayed Es Salet, which means the Good Shepherd.
Puerto Rican Freemasonry, besides having a great history, also relies on precious jewels that have been passed through generations, adding to our rich tradition.
This temple originally was the house of one of Puerto Rico's greatest poet and Mason, José de Diego. And this grand room where we are right now has the name of José Blois, who was our Grand Master here for about 9 years, and he was the engineer who constructed this building. Among the works of art that we have in our Grand Lodge are these murals. They were painted by the Spanish muralist José Vela Zanetti, who was finishing these murals here in Puerto Rico in the years of 1953-54 when he was commissioned to paint the murals that are now at the United Nations building in New York City. Our main chandelier is made of Murano crystals, and it's a work of art, and it is valued to 80,000 euros, which is about $100,000. It's one of our great works of art. It has been our custom to have the flags of all the members of the Inter-American Masonic Conference in our main room here. This is the Rodolfo Ramirez Pabon Scottish Rite Temple. He was one of our great Grand Masters, and all the lodges in the Santurce area that are the Scottish Rite, they meet here in this temple. This is the Jose Gonzalez Hinorio Temple, where our York Rite lodges meet in the Santurce area. So we have lodges meeting here every night. Last year in September, we celebrated 125 years of the Grand Lodge of Puerto Rico. And in order to preserve that special occasion, we decided to have these stars around our fountain, which are sponsored by our lodges and the members of our fraternity. This is our mausoleum, where the remains of our first Grand Master are kept. We're very proud of this mausoleum, as well as with this gallery of the past Grand Masters of the Grand Lodge of Puerto Rico. Our Masonic legacy is first of all philanthropic. That must be our first goal. Our second goal is philosophic. We must enjoy doing what we do in the most essential way. And third, we must be good, solid citizens in our families and within our neighborhood.
Freemasonry in Puerto Rico. Pride of our land. Symbol of love, peace, and hope. Heart of the health, strength, and union of our people. Architects of tomorrow.